Okay, yes. Okay, so Devata worship, we were continuing. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnana Jana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta
Swamini Namine Namaste
Saraswati
Saraswate
Devi
Gauravani
Gaura
Karine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhashad Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shri
Advaita
Advaita
Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura
Bhakta
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Yo yo yam yam tanum bhaktaha
Yo Yam Bhakta
Shraddhaya chitum ichhati
Shraddhaya Chitam Ichhati.
Tasya tasya chalam shraddham
Tasya Chalam Shraddham.
Tameva vidadhami aham
Tameva Vidhamya
Yo
Aham.
yo yam yam tanum bhaktaha
Yo
Yam Yam Tanam Bhaktaha.
Shraddhaya chitum ichhati
Shraddhaya Chitam Ichhati.
Chati
Tasya tasya chalam shraddham
Tasya Tasya Chalam Shraddham.
Tameva vidadhami aham
Tameva Vidhamyaham.
I am seated in everyone's heart as a super soul. As soon as one desires to worship the demigod, I make their face steady so that he can devote himself to the particular deity. Yes, Dharmesh Prabhu, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you. Pranam. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. God has given independence to everyone. Therefore, if a person desires to have material enjoyment and wants very sincerely to have such facilities from the material demigods, the Supreme Lord as Super Soul in everyone's heart understands and gives facilities to such persons. As the Supreme Father of all living entities, he does not interfere with their independence, but gives all facilities so that they can fulfill their material desires. Some may ask why the all-powerful God gives facilities to the living entities for enjoying this material world, and so lets them fall into the lap of the illusionary energy. The answer is that if the Supreme Lord as Super Soul does not give such facilities, therefore he gives everyone full independence. Whatever one we find in the Bhagavad Gita, man should give up all other engagements and fully surrender unto him. That will make man happy. Man should give up all other engagements and surrender.
Yes. Yeah. Today your voice is cutting, Prabhu. You just take care.
Yes, Prabhu.
God, my voice is clear, Rohan?
Very clear.
Yes, sir. Perfect, sir.
It's clear.
So God has given us independence to everyone. Okay, that's fine. So if you want to have enjoyment from a Devata and facilities from a Devata, God gives you, he understands facility. He does not interfere. Okay, you want to enjoy material world, Krishna is not going to force you. He will give from the heart inspiration that it's not good what you're going to do. No, no, I want to do this. Okay, do. Just like sometimes somebody asks you the Prabhupada, why did Krishna send us to this world? What was Prabhupada's answer?
Well,
Anybody know?
because we wanted to go away.
Prabhupada said, no, he didn't want to send you, but you forced him.
Forced.
Correct? Again and again, you sometimes like small children, we create tantrums. So like that, we created tantrums. I want to go. I want to. Okay. Go. So why did God give facilities? Because we want, and we get trapped. No, the point is that independence, Krishna will not. See, nobody honors you more than Krishna. He knows everything. He's the supreme personality of Godhead. And he said, no, no, I want to enjoy this. And Krishna honors your desire. He gives you instruction. He gives you guidance. He gives you inspiration. Don't do that. But if you say, no, I want that, Krishna honors it. Okay, okay, you want that? I'll facilitate. And not a single desire we have gets unnoticed. Everything is recorded by the Paramatma in the heart. Everything is, like bookmark. I want this. I want this. Perhaps I want this. Krishna is recording, recording, recording. And then this life, maybe next life or some life, and that same opportunity is there. Now you desire so many things. Somebody was telling one walk in New York Street, 100 lives you have to take. So many things you desire. You look left, right. I want this also. Yes, I want that also. So Krishna is noting, okay, you want that? Take it, take it. He keeps noting everything. And then finally, he creates a situation where you have opportunity to enjoy like that. And then after that, he reminds you, you wanted all this, no? Yeah, 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 I want it. So that is how Paramatma's game is going on. Full independence he gives you, whatever one likes, but the ultimate instruction is there. What is that? Give up everything and just surrender to him. That will make you happy. Man should give all other engagements. What is the shloka?
Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam
That is his
vraja.
instruction. Do this, you will become happy. But no, we have some other plans. Yes, Dharmesh, will continue.
Yes, Prabhuji. Both the living entity and the demigods are subordinate to the will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, the living entity cannot worship the demigod by his own desire, nor can the demigod bestow any benediction without the supreme will. As it is said, not a blade of grass moves without the will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Generally, persons who are distressed in the material world go to the demigods, as they are advised in the Vedic literature. A person wanting some particular thing may worship such and such demigod. For example, a deceased person is recommended to worship the sun god. A person wanting education may worship the goddess of learning, Saraswati. And a person wanting a beautiful wife may worship the goddess Uma, the wife of Lord Shiva. In this way, there are recommendations in the Shastras, Vedic scriptures, for different modes of worship of different demigods. And because a particular living entity wants to enjoy a particular material facility, the Lord inspires him with a strong desire to achieve that benediction from that particular demigod. And so he successfully receives the benediction. The particular mode of the devotional attitude of the living entity towards a particular type of demigod is also arranged by the Supreme Lord. The demigods cannot infuse the living entities with such an affinity. But because he is the Supreme Lord, or the Super Soul who is present in the heart of all living entities, Krishna gives impetus to man to worship certain demigods. The demigods are actually different parts of the universal body of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, they have no independence. In the Vedic literature, Taittiriya Upanishad, first Anuvaka, it is said, the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Super Soul is also present within the heart of the demigod. Therefore, he arranges through the demigod to fulfill the desire of the living entity. But both the demigod and the living entity are dependent on the supreme will. they are not independent.
Okay. So big purpose. So now both are subordinate. And now what happens? Suppose you pray. Say you pray to Ganesha. Please help me. You remove my promotion is blocked. First thing, Ganesha cannot even know you pray. Only person who's all pervading is Vishnu. No Jiva can do that. Correct? You understand this point? So Krishna sitting in the heart, your heart, he is also sitting on Ganesha's heart. Correct? He'll inform him. You understand? This fellow is praying for you. And then Krishna will infuse faith in your heart towards him. Correct? That's what he's saying. Not a blade of grass can move without the will. Okay? So neither the demigods can bless you with anything. That also Krishna does. It's just like a small ant in the room has a kind of a proprietorship. You know, I own this much millimeter or this much millimeter area is mine. Any other ant comes, I'll chase it away. So even Brahma has a kick. I'm creating. Nobody is doing anything. Everything's finally done by the Supreme Lord. Everybody gets only a kick. I did this, including Devatas. Because finally, Krishna is the one who moves matter. Nobody can move matter. Matter is energy of Krishna. Neither Devatas, neither we. Okay? So just like you move your hand, you can't move the hand. The Paramatma moves the hand. But we get a kick. I'm moving the hand. You understand? Okay? So everybody is actually totally controlled by the Lord. Okay? So the distress, they go to the demigod, they're advised in the Vedic literature. It's Vedic process. It's not that it is irreligious when they do that. But if you're intelligent, directly go to Vishnu because he's the one finally in control. And there are different demigods listed for big list there in the second canto of Bhagavad. The different demigods for different things. I'm not reading that, but because people become attracted. Okay. So people worship because a particular wants to enjoy a particular material facility. The what Lord inspires a strong desire to go to this devata, he'll fulfill. He gives that faith in your heart. That's what the shloka is saying. Yo, I make his faith steady in the particular devata. That also Krishna does. So he can devote himself to the particular deity. Even faith in Krishna or a great acharya, great devotee, is infused by the Lord only. Right? We are totally helpless. How do you say so? Yes, because Lord and his pure devotee, they are totally on a transcendental plane. Unless I am pure and purified, how I can even understand that plane? Is it fine, this point? How can I even understand that the Lord as a supreme personality of Godhead without his mercy? Even to develop faith in Krishna. Therefore, Prabhupada used to say, if you do not strictly follow rules and regulations, if you do not strictly chant the holy names of the Lord, you will not even develop faith. All doubts will be there. Bhakti pareshanubhava virakti anyatasa. Particularly in the Supreme Lord and the devotee, the faith cannot be easy at all because their reciprocation is totally on the transcendental plane. Okay, not everybody can get that mercy, develop faith in the Supreme Lord. But Devi Devata faith, Lord easily gives. Okay, but Krishna doesn't give himself so easily because Krishna becomes conquered by the devotee. When you develop faith in the Supreme Lord and start worshipping him with love, Krishna becomes a property of the devotee. Krishna is too sweet. Yeah, he is easily captured by the devotee. So, but Krishna doesn't give bhakti easily, but Krishna gives all this more easily. Then we got the different parts of universal body. Actually, look in another way also in this world also. There are many people who are rich and powerful. Okay. And when I want to enjoy material facility, I get attracted to worship them. So many people go, we see ministers, they sit in their office every day to get some favor or promotion or some license. Correct? In one sense, they are doing that kind of Devata worship. So therefore, he arranges a demigod to fulfill the desire of the living entity. Both the demigod and living entity are dependent on the supreme will. They are not independent. This is fine. Now, somebody likes to add anything, any realization of Devata worship. Rohan, Shriram, anybody? Manish, Manjunath.
No, sir, nothing, sir. Just that, sir, sometimes like my mother has a complaint over me that whenever Hanuman Jayanti or this Ganesh Chaturthi comes, I do not pray. But when Ekadashi comes, you'll fast. Why don't you fast on all these other days? So that is the only complaint my parents have. Like, why only fixed up on one? So I sent them this
Yeah,
thing.
we are very liberal. You ISKCON people are cripple-minded. Only Krishna. We
Yes,
do
yes, sir.
everything. We do Ganesha Puja, we do Shiv Puja, we do Durga Puja. In any Hindu house, actually, these festivals do happen. Correct?
Yes, sir.
They
Everything.
don't ignore Shivratri. They don't ignore Ganesh Chaturthi. They do everything. Anna? Durga Puja.
Yes, yes, sir. That's what they keep on telling me, sir. Why don't you?
Anna Dharmeshji?
Similar experience,
Yes,
Prabhu.
yes,
The
Prabhuji.
standard Hindu house, all these functions go on. They don't ignore anything. They take blessing of everybody. See, in one sense, we should not ignore the devatas also because they have appointment letter from Krishna. Correct? They've been appointed by Krishna. Who will tell? Amrita Mataji, what you will tell them? The parents are complaining you don't do anything on Shivratri, you don't do anything on Ganesh Chaturthi. You only do Ekadashi. At the same time, Lord Chaitanya, when he came to South India tour, he did not ignore any Devi Devata temple. He went there.
I don't know, Prabhuji. I don't have that experience.
Okay, in India, this is quite common. Every house, they have a puja altar in which everybody is there. Okay? They do Saraswati puja also. They do everything.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. The demigods are different parts of universal body. Okay? It's like a Raj Darbar. On one sense, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And we know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to South India. He did not ignore any Devata temple. So when you are going or passing by or say, you have come to Madurai, you see a beautiful Meenakshi temple. You don't say, I will not go inside. Don't ignore. You should go offer your respects due to a Devata. Okay? So no hesitation in offering respect to a Devata. Correct? Rohan, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
But we worship only the Supreme Lord. Just like Ambarish Maharaj case, that the prayer, dependence, worship is only for.
It's also a very sensitive subject, Prabhuji, in India,
For ISKCON devotees.
in house
Right?
also.
Huh?
Yes, very sensitive because
Because this is living in a society, you can't say, no. Anna? They become very hurt or upset. So another sense, we should not be disrespectful in our heart. Shivaratri, don't be disrespectful. He is a great devotee of the Lord, no doubt. And he has appointment letter from the Lord. And he is Shivatatva. He is not a Jiva. Correct?
Yes.
So we should not be disrespectful. And you have to balance these two things. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, we continue.
Hare
Now
Krishna,
this
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, I guess.
Prabhu, I have an realization and a question too.
Ah.
The realization is such that all these Shiva or Hanuman or any other Bhagwan we call is just a part of Vishnu, and they have been given these charges by Vishnu, and they can be connected to Vishnu. Like Shiva is a very big devotee of Krishna, and Hanuman is biggest sevak of Ramji. So that ways we can always respect them. So I don't mind even doing vrat for them. I don't mind doing fast for them because they are super qualified. And Prabhu, a question. Now, I was thinking when you asked this question, right from a very early age, I had developed faith in Krishna. Now, is it not even Krishna's mercy that he gave that consciousness in my brain to have that faith in the
Yeah,
Supreme Lord?
that may be your past sukriti that was there. See, sometimes this faith is not, it's many lifetimes going on, correct?
Yes,
Many
Prabhu.
lifetimes, not that this life, many lifetimes you have that faith, correct? It's a good fortune, no? You have faith. It's not this life, maybe, many lifetimes practicing. This life, again, one more chance, supply. Okay? So your point is
Yes.
correct. When you see, you said Shiva, don't say like that, Lord Shiva. You can always say Lord Shiva. And a great devotee, no, the greatest devotee. Vaishnavanam Yata, Chapo is the greatest devotee of the Lord. Okay, so you are correct. We can look them in the Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe. When you look for a Devata, look at him in his connection to Krishna. As I told you that time, when devotee was there, he was asked, I worship Murugan, and he worship Krishna in Tamil Nadu. You know, they worship Kartikeya as Murugan. So why, what is the difference? He said, why you worship only Krishna? He said a very perfect answer, because Krishna exists and your Murugan doesn't exist independently. He exists because Krishna exists. You understand? All the Devatas, they don't have independent identity. All of them exist because Krishna exists. All of them have no independent initiative. They take initiative from Krishna and do it. It's just like a servant doesn't have any independent initiative. He takes notes from the master, correct? And then he's executing whole day. So all the Devatas, it is said in the Brahma Samhita that they are, or they fearfully, they're very scared not to disobey the orders of Krishna. Very carefully obeying the orders of Krishna. तस्याज्ञया भ्रमति संभृत काल चक्रो गोविंदमादि पुरुषं भजामि. Okay, they are very carefully following the orders of the Lord. All yak chakshures savita sakala grahana raja samasta murti asesha teja yasyagnya agya. All the orders of Krishna, very carefully they follow the orders. Very happily. Krishna calls, like I was hearing from His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj, Prabhupada used to call them in the middle of night. He'll be writing something, suddenly say, call Jayapataka. And they will wake him up and he will come, night 2 o'clock. He's coming, yes, Prabhupada. See, this is very important. In a moment, this should not happen. Okay, and go. And they used to feel so blessed. I got an order from Prabhupada. I got an instruction of Prabhupada. So that's how the Devatas take instruction from Krishna. They are very devoted and they feel great pleasure. Just like it is there, our Brahma, Chaturbhuja Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma was once went to meet Krishna. So when a doorkeeper, he said, doorkeeper, who are you? He said, Brahma has come. You all know the story, I think, everybody. So Krishna said,
Yes, sir, there's a painting.
so he went to Brahma and he went to Krishna and said, well, Chaturmukha Brahma has come. No, sorry, Brahma has come. So Krishna asked that doorkeeper, ask him which Brahma. So the Brahma was totally confused. Why such a question he is asked? I am the only Brahma, no? He didn't know this universe is not the only universe. There are millions of universes and there are so many Brahma. And this, our Brahma is the smallest because it's one of the smallest universes. Only quad core is enough for here. Other universes, you need multi-core, centi-core, milli-core. Here is a quad core, small processor. So he says, okay. And then when he comes inside, Krishna calls all the Brahmas. And all the Brahmas come and pay obeisances. And they said, yes, my Lord, why did you call us? No, I just wanted to see you. And they were so happy. Krishna called them. The Devatas are all great devotees. They feel great pleasure to take darshan of the Lord and execute his orders. So when their position is therefore taken like that, that's all. Now, once you place them properly, then it's fine. But now tell me the difference between a Devata and a pure devotee. Why? We don't worship Devatas, but we worship the pure devotees. Why? What's the difference?
Sir, because Devta are attached to material desire, but a pure devotee does not have a tinge of material desire in their heart. They are only 24/7 thinking of Krishna. Although Devtas are also thinking of Krishna, but they are also attached to their power and status and whatever.
In general. See,
Yes,
actually,
yes.
in general, top Devatas are all pure devotees. But in general, there are crores of Devatas. In general, that's a statement. Now, but in general, when you say Devatas attached, yeah, that is in general. But if you
Prabhuji, I
specifically
can give
take
one
Shiva,
example.
Durga, Ganesha, they're all pure devotees. Huh?
Prabhuji, I can give example over this question which you asked us right now.
Yeah, just wait. Just I'll finish this. Okay, you have an example? Tell me. The difference
Yeah.
between Devata and a pure devotee. What is the difference?
Prabhuji, during the Prahlad Maharaj, when Hiranyakashipu has been killed by the Narasimha Dev, then he was very much angry. Then none of the demigod had power to go to him and provide us in order to calm him. Then there was only one and one Prahlad Maharaj to pray to him, and then Narasimha Dev calmed down.
Hmm.
So this is like he have confident, and that means उनको पूरा विश्वास था भगवान पर, and the love and affection he has, whatever the fear face he have right now, Narasimha Dev, but still he has a प्रहलाद महाराज के पास उतना ताकत था कि उनके पास जाकर वो उस चीज को बर्दाश्त कर सके, उनको ठंडा कर सके. बाकी डेमिगॉड्स को फियर हो रहा था, बिकॉज दे हैव दैट, उनको अपने भगवान पे पूरी विश्वास नहीं है, पूरा
Okay.
कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं है, फेयर ऐसा.
See what happens in that little correction, Preeti Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
See, as far as Brahma and Shiva are concerned, they know they are pure devotees, but they know what Lord wants now, correct? So they wanted to send Prahlad. Okay? If you go deeper, they know what's happening, and they have full faith. If you look at the prayers of Brahma and Shiva, their prayers are not like Indra says the prayer. Oh Krishna, Narasimhadev, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I got back my Apsara. This fellow had stolen my Apsaras. Correct? But you look at the prayer of Shiva, is not like that. Even Brahma's prayer is not like that. Correct? The Naga's prayer, thank you very much. We got our Nagmani back. We got our Nagpatnis back. Correct? But Brahma, Shiva don't pray like that. Correct? This is my Lord. Your devotee is here. Please take him. So anyway, by arrangement by the Leela Shakti of the Lord, even the Lakshmi does not. The Lakshmi also panics. Correct? Lakshmi is the pure devotee. Because that's Yogamaya is arranging also that Prahlad Maharaj to be glorified. Just like Bhishma he is the one who instructed Yudhishthira Maharaj. Even Vedavyasa and Krishna could not convince him. That was to glorify Bhishma. Yogamaya arranges that pastime, correct? Even though Krishna is instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj, take up the throne, take up the throne. Krishna is telling. So now Krishna doesn't become smaller than Bhishma. No. The Leela Shakti, the Yogamaya arranges always the Lord's wish and glorifies a pure devotee. So there was the plan of glorification of Prahlad Maharaj. Yes, compared to all of the devatas, he is actually, in fact, he goes ahead and Narasimha Deva says, you are my greatest devotee to Prahlad Maharaj. In that statement, he glorifies even more than the devatas, including more than the Brahma and Shiva. You are so dear to me. Okay, that is true. But in general statement, yes, the top devatas can be kept aside when we say Sakama, Sakama, because that will become an offense. Correct? We see that how wonderfully Lord Shiva is situated. He's the topmost devotee. So now what happens? Generally, a difference is the pure devotee is constantly embraced by the Lord. Prabhupada says that constantly embraced. He is like son. Like you go to somebody, how he deals with the children and how he deals with the say, you go to meet Mr. for purpose of discussion, Ambani in India. Now he has some 1,000 companies. There are 1,000 CEOs of that company who regularly report to him, and he has given the appointment letters. Okay, they are like the devatas, but his own son is like pure devotee. His son can anytime enter and is constantly embraced by him. He's so loving. Correct? But CEOs also, there is a good relationship. They keep reporting, their appointment letters are there, but not the intimacy like a pure devotee has. So Prahlad Maharaj, what you're telling, had the total faith and intimacy to Narasimha. Just walked in without, just like a son. You tell him father is angry, he doesn't care, it just walks in. But CEOs will be standing outside. Oh, today is very angry. Maybe he'll fire me. Okay? So
Yes,
you
Prabhuji.
understand? So
Yes,
the
Prabhuji.
difference between CEO and the son, correct? Just like you go to meet your parents. Suppose your father is having 100 companies and 100 CEOs are waiting outside. Oh, sir is very angry today, correct? But you're not scared. What is there? I meet my father and mother. You walk in, correct? You have faith. Whatever it is, they are my father and mother. The faith is there. But other people, CEOs, there is a difference of, okay, they cannot compare the faith and love that a Prahlad Maharaj has to general devatas. Definitely cannot be compared. Therefore, when Prahlad Maharaj emperor, same Narasimha was so angry. What he does immediately, takes his hand and puts on his head and blesses him. Correct? And Devatas standing outside, their legs are shaking. They can't enter the place. So that whole pastime was arranged by the Lord to show the faith of Prahlad Maharaj was much more than the faith of the Devata. Sometimes Krishna puts devotees in a very difficult position to show how great they are. So Krishna shows how Prahlad Maharaj is so great and greater than even the Devatas. Yes, Preeti, perfect example. Thank you. You remembered that? Have you read
Yes.
that pastime in the 7th canto?
No, Prabhuji, I didn't read it. I think I remember from you only.
No, that's okay. So you should sometime read Bhagavatam. Gradually read. So many wonderful things like that.
Yes, Prabhuji, that
Okay.
is.
Thank you. We proceed.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Darveshi, it's fine. We proceed now.
Yes, Prabhuji, we can
Okay.
proceed.
The
Yes.
differences
Yes.
between a son and a CEO. Suppose you are running a company, your relation you have to son and a CEO is different. Son is very loving and intimate. CEO is official, correct? So Devatas have an appointment letter. They can anytime report to Krishna. To that some level of affection is there, but not like the son. Okay.
Mhm.
Therefore, a pure devotee represents all the devatas, sum total of all the devatas. The affection Lord has is more than all the devatas together. Okay. Sataya Shraddhaya Yukta.
Shraddhaya
Sataya
Taya
Taya
Shraddhaya
Shraddhaya
Yukta
Yukta
Shraddhayukta
Aradhanam Ihate.
Tasya
Tasya
Aradhanam
Adhanam
Radhanam
Ihate
Ihate
Te
Labate cha tatah kaman.
Labhate cha tata
Cha Tata
kaman
Kaman
Mayeva Vihitan Hitan.
Mayeva
Mayyeva
Mayyeva
Vihitan
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 Hitan.
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 You see the word Maya Vihitan Hitan. Maya means me, Eva alone, regulated, Hitan. I only give all these things. Chalo. Endowed with such a faith, he seeks favor of a particular demigod and obtains his desire, but in actually these benefits are bestowed by me alone. Yes, Amrita Mataji, would like to read? Raman, would like to read?
Demigods cannot award benediction to the devotees without the permission of the Supreme Lord. The living entity may forget that everything is the property of the Supreme Lord, but the demigods do not forget. So the worship of demigods and achievement of the desired results are not due to the demigods, but due to the Supreme Personality of the Godhead by arrangement. The less intelligent living entity does not know this, and therefore the foolishly goes to the demigod for some benefit. The pure devotee, when in need of something, prays only to the Supreme Lord. Asking for material benefit, however, is not a sign of pure devotee. A living entity goes to the demigods usually because he is mad to fulfill his lust. This happens when something undue is desired by the living entity, and the Lord himself does not fulfill the desire. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that one who worships the Supreme Lord and at the same time desires material benefit is contradictory in his desires. Devotional service of the Supreme Lord and the worship of the demigods cannot be on the same platform because worship of demigod is material and devotional service to the Supreme Lord is completely spiritual. For the living entity who desires to return to Godhead, material desires or impediments. A pure devotee of the Lord is therefore not awarded the material benefits desired by less intelligent living entities who prefer to worship demigod of the material world rather than engage in devotion service of the Supreme Lord.
Okay, so good. So more a lot of discussion on Devata worship. Prashantji, Hare Krishna, Prashantji, you are able to understand? Nambayarji, our now Prashant Nambayar. Welcome, sir. There is somebody, I've met him before, looks like Praveen Tyagi, Hare Krishna. You're all muted.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
I met you before?
No, Prabhuji, I just no, I've not met before.
No, you're welcome. Welcome.
Thank
You
you. Can help.
introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm alone, Prabhuji.
No, you introduce yourself. You're from which place?
Yes, I'm from Pune, Prabhuji.
Oh, welcome. You are going to the temple sometimes?
Yes, on and off.
Good, good. So already you chant Hare Krishna? You read Bhagavad Gita?
Yes, Prabhuji, I do.
Good. Welcome. So welcome. This is actually more of a discussion we do every day. Morning 6 o'clock. We are reading Gita few verses every day. We have reached now 7 chapters. Okay. So welcome to join us.
Thank you. Haribol, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So Taya Shraddhaya. So Krishna is saying, endowed with such a faith, he seeks a favor of a particular demigod. Okay. That who gives that faith? Krishna. Because Devatas cannot even know you're praying. Correct? All pervading is only Vishnu, not Jiva. No Jiva, no Devata. But Krishna can tell them, hey, hey, Ganesha, he's praying for you, praying for you. So Krishna arranges it. And in your heart, he gives faith. And in his heart, you see, he's praying, give him something. So Krishna arranges the whole connection. In actuality, these benefits. But the interesting thing is that even though Devata may think I have to give, but Krishna gives. I told you, everybody is getting a kick. Just like you lift your hand. You cannot lift. Your hand is matter. Matter, Jiva cannot control. Matter is Krishna's energy. Right? Krishna controls. But you get a kick, you lifted the hand. So similarly, Devata, okay, I arrange the rain. Can't do anything. Indra can't do anything. Krishna arranges. But Indra gets a kick. Yeah, I move the cloud. Yeah, you have that kick. So actually, Krishna is giving the benefits, not the Devata. But benefits are bestowed by me alone. So when somebody knows Krishna is the one arranging everything, why ask a Devata? I can directly go to Krishna. Okay? And another point is this, which Prabhupada is bringing in the purport. Suppose in your heart you have a desire which is not good. Now Krishna is a Paramatma, you don't have to ask. He's sitting in your heart, he knows. Devatas, you have to go and ask. Because you don't have to ask Krishna. Krishna already knows. He is not giving you. And therefore, because he is not getting in his life, he's intensely desiring something that Krishna is not giving. What do people do? They start going and worshipping the Devatas for it. Now, the thing may not be good for you. Just like, say, you desire a car. And not only in this life or in previous life also, whenever you got a freedom to have a car and move around, every time you landed in a bar and you spoiled your life. Now, again, in this life, you're desiring a car. Because nobody knows you better than Krishna. He has been seeing you from many births. Acha, again car, huh? I know what you're going to do. Krishna is not giving you. He's not sanctioning that. And you are frustrated. You go to a Devata. You land up in, say, Shiva temple. My dear Lord Shiva, I want a car. I want a car. Car. And Shiva is a great devotee, absorbed in his position, a little different from other Devatas. He is absorbed in worship of Krishna. And it's you're bugging him. Okay, take, go. And he gives you. Actually, your interest, whether the car is good for you or not, he doesn't see. As Krishna sees. See, there is a difference. I told you that example. Somebody had a daughter, and the daughter wanted tight jeans. And the father was very traditional. He said, no, I'm not going to give. Correct? Because he had the interest of the daughter more in mind. A daughter will get spoiled. Okay? When an uncle landed in the house, he said, Papa, take me. So uncle said, do you want something? Yeah, take me to the mall. They went to the mall and she purchased the tight jeans. You got it? Uncle is not thinking that much. But Krishna is thinking 100 times more. How it will be for you. So Maya Vihita, ultimately Krishna gives. But if you go to Krishna only and ask, he may not give you if it is not good for you. Sometimes a devotee who is in the line of devotion and advancing in devotion may have a material desire. And he may ask also Krishna for that. Krishna will not fulfill. Because in the heart, he feels, no. Particularly Lord Chaitanya, he feels, let me give devotion to him. Why is he getting after all these things? So Krishna saves you from the material desire. So if you go to Krishna, if it comes also, it comes protected. Just like Dhruva Maharaj, he went to Lord, give me the kingdom. But the Lord gave him in such a way that but when Krishna, he saw Vishnu itself, he felt, Swamim Kritarjosmi Varam Nayache. Anybody know the shloka? Tahana vilashi tapasi sitoham tvam praptavan eva munindra guhyam kachan vichinnam api divya ratnam swamim kritartva sivaram nayache. He says, I was Thana Vilashi. I wanted some land. He wanted a kingdom actually greater than Brahma, his great grandfather. Sthana Vilashi tapasi sitoham. Therefore, I did tapasya. Tam praptavan deva munindra guhyam. But I got you. Even devatas and munis can't get you. I was looking for a piece of glass. Kacham vichinnam ati divya ratnam. I got a diamond. But I was looking for a piece of glass. And what is that? Swamim kritartva varam na yache. I don't want any vara now. I'm totally happy and satisfied. I got you, my Lord. Okay? So this is What happens when you go to Vishnu? You're totally satisfied just by worship. They're so spiritual, so transcendental, your material desire goes away. But worship of Devatas is material. It will not go away. Like Ravana, so much you worship Shiva, remained a Ravana. Hiranyakashipu, so many worship Brahma, remained a Hiranyakashipu. When you go to Krishna, your worship itself will purify you. And even if you may ask, Krishna may not fulfill. In fact, even Vishnu sometimes, as Vaishnavas, we can go and offer a prayer. My Lord, if by mistake I desire something which is not good for me, please don't give it. We can always give a prayer to the Lord, and we should give a prayer like that. By mistake, if I desire something material, please do not fulfill it. I only want to go back to your lotus feet. Because sometimes, mind becomes weak and we start desiring or aspiring for something material. And you are doing bhakti. Bhakti is also the greatest punya. You have the currency to buy anything in this world. Correct? So it can be fulfilled. It's dangerous. Your spiritual life will be gone. Krishna will not give you, but you have the currency to buy actually. So therefore, it is better to go and pray to the Lord. My Lord, please don't give. Okay. Now, anybody likes to add something?
Oh,
Praveen
sir, I
Tyagi
had a
ji.
question.
Praveen Tyagi, would like to add something to this?
No, Prabhuji. I think what he explained was correct. I think what I understood was I think there is a small difference between desires which may lead you to let's say under the trap of Maya, right? So I think going to Lord Krishna, whatever is your desires which are good for you and will not make you fall in that trap of endless greed and kamam.
Yes, yes.
I think therefore it's very important to go to Krishna and ask for whatever you want versus
Correct. And then even a higher level, first level, if you have a desire, go to Krishna only. Akama sarva kamava. But at a higher level, it says that actually we should not ask anything from Krishna. Prabhupada asked his guru only one thing. Therefore, Prabhupada is saying greed. But a pure devotee prays only to the Supreme Lord. But then Prabhupada says, actually, he still qualifies it. It's not a sign of a pure devotee, Anna, to ask something. Okay. Prabhupada asked his guru only one question. Anybody knows? He asked only one. What is the question? How do I serve you? That's all. Prabhupada said, in my whole life, I asked only one question to my guru. How do I serve you? Anyway, eternal devotee, what else to ask? Correct? Okay. Nambayarji, Hare Krishna Prashantji, are you able to understand?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
These are all revolutionary things. These are a traditional Hindu this will be little revolutionary form. But we are not saying. This is Krishna is saying in Gita. Correct? Anna?
Yes, Prabhu.
General Hindu understanding is, we pray to the Devatas, also. But the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, come to me only. If you need anything, my dear son, come to me only. I'll take care. Devi Devatas have been present in this world to take care of you. Correct? But if you see, another thing is sometimes big debate happens. People say, no, I worship Devata, you worship Krishna. So we always ask them, only one question, ask them, what do you want? If they say, I want to go back to Krishna's lotus feet, I want to come out of the cycle of birth and death, eternally situated in Vaikuntha, then Devi Devatas have no use in worship. They cannot help you in that at all. But if that person desiring some material benefit, that's why he goes to the Devatas. And he compares it, maybe Prabhupada's love is laughing now. Devi Devatas are better than Krishna in certain areas. Correct? In fact, people calculate like that. I'm trying Shiva nowadays, it's not working out. Hey, try Ganesha, that's working out. They try. They have no devotion, faith in actually anybody. They're just trying out. Yes. Pramod, the doctor ji, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, Swamiji, there is a mention in Gita, Swamiji, where Krishna himself tells, among the Yadu class, I am Krishna.
Yes.
And among the warriors, I am Arjuna. You are yourself Arjuna.
Yes.
And he tells in everything I am there.
Yes.
Even he tells Arjuna, even you are me.
Yes.
In Gita itself, at some chapter, I don't remember.
Yes. No, you're correct. You're correct.
Yes, Swamiji. So, and he tells, in any form you worship me, you reach me.
Yeah, no. See, we have to understand it better. Understand it better. Your point is correct, but little qualifying is there. See, what we do, Prashantji, actually, when you're talking to particularly somebody in India, we're just connecting the dots. See, when we're preaching in America, it's like totally new thing for them. Correct? In India, things are known, but we just connect the dots together. Correct? So sometimes interpretation may slightly go away. See, Krishna is there, just like even Lord Shiva. He says, among the Devatas, I am Lord Shiva. Correct? Now, what happens is that among the warriors, I am Arjuna. In that point is that everything is the display of Krishna. This is a display. In Krishna says, I am the sun. Correct? I am the moon. In the sense, just like I come to you, Dr. G, and you want to show me your work. I'm a fellow doctor. You say, look at his face. I opened the teeth. All teeth are all front, back, old photograph. And I see so well arranged. Oh, Dr. Prashantji is amazing. This looks a perfect set of teeth, correct? Teeth make a person so beautiful if they are properly arranged. Hai Many people, they have so much difficulty even getting married if the teeth are all front and back, correct? Nobody likes, they open the mouth, it looks like a monkey, correct? But you arrange the teeth so wonderfully. So you show your work. So when Krishna says, I am the sun, it's not that Krishna is the sun. Look at my work. Look at the sun, my work. Just like a painter. And I go to his place, he will show his painting. Look this, look this, look this. So Krishna is a personality. He's a personality. He's a person situated in Vaikuntha having beautiful pastimes with Mother Yashoda. We read the Bali Lila of Krishna. He's having wonderful pastime. And in this world, it is his creation. So Krishna shows his creation. Look at him. Look at Shiva. Look at Ganesha. This is all Krishna's creation. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Okay, in that way. Correct? But you see, see the shloka, Krishna is saying, you're worshipping the Devatas, but everything I am giving finally. Correct? An intelligent person before directly goes to worship Krishna because Devatas cannot give you a permanent benefit. They can give you a temporary benefit which will make your life comfortable in this world. Just like, say, God forbid, I am in this jail. There is a jail road in Mangalore. You have seen it? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Suppose I am in the jail there. Okay. Now, if I want one extra chapati, I can just flatter one, jailer there. That much degree of freedom, discretion he has. He can give you an extra chapati with ghee on it. Correct? But he cannot release you from the jail. So there is a limit how much Devatas can benefit you. Correct? So suppose you buy a ticket to Chennai. You don't go to Bombay with that. You go to Chennai. So in one sense, all the Devatas, all the universe is Krishna because it is his creation. Correct? But still there is a difference between worshipping Krishna and the Devatas because they can give you only material benefit. They cannot take you back to the spiritual world.
Yes.
A little revolutionary. I understand what point you're telling. It will get clarified. Just be a little patient, Nambaji.
Yes.
Okay, because next shloka is telling something now very beautiful.
Yes.
Dr. Pramodji, you like to add anything?
Yeah. What you said absolutely right. Agree with you. But see, whatever our demons like Ravana and Kamsa, Hiranyakashipu got it from the demigods, they're all destroyed it. All temporary benefits they got it. They're all destroyed. So only whatever you get from the Vishnu, the permanent one. Do you agree, Prabhuji?
Yeah. See what happens. The property of a pure devotee cannot be taken away. It is
property of
a pure devotee. See, just like normal man has some property. Now it is because of his karma. Okay? And it can be destroyed by papa karma. Just like Hiranyakashipu, because of his tapasya, punya, he got big opulence, big power. Correct? But when he offended his pure devotee son, Prahlad, that papa destroyed everything. Disrespect to a pure devotee will destroy everything and everything. Just like Draupadi. These Kauravas are very powerful. Moment they touched the hair of a woman, everything was destroyed. Correct? The kingdom was destroyed, all of them were killed. Okay? It was temporary. So, but pure devotee, whatever he gets, it is out of Krishna's blessing. It cannot be taken away. You cannot touch. It will always be protected by Narasimha. You cannot take away anything that Krishna bestows to his pure devotee. Why? Because it has been given for service. It is not out of punya. Just like many of us desire to be rich. That will depend on your punya. You may get, may not get. Because everybody doesn't become Ambani at the end, even though they work 24 hours. Some people of punya they get. They get the right time, the right instinct, buy the share, and they become a billionaire. Correct? At this time now, many shares are collapsed. We don't know which will go up, which will not go up. You buy the right one, like a land at a particular time. Okay. But property given to a pure devotee, suppose you desire, I want to build a beautiful temple for Krishna, and Krishna feels, yes, you should build it. It is beyond your karma, you will get wealth. Okay? And that wealth coming in not because of Purna. Krishna has bestowed. And it is protected by Narasimha. Nobody can touch it. You cannot touch it. It will be protected. You understand? Just like the wealth of Srila Prabhupada, nobody can take it away. It is protected. That was given to Prabhupada to serve Krishna. Then we can discuss that more.
Yes,
Okay, this 23rd shloka will be a strong shloka on the Devata worship. Okay. Antavantu phalam tesham.
Antavattu phalam tesham.
Tad bhavati alpamedasham.
Bhavati alpamedasham.
Devan deva yajo yanti.
Devam deva yajo yanti.
Adbhakta yanti mamapi. Men of small intelligence worship the demigods and their fruits are limited and temporary. But those who worship the demigod go to the planet of the demigod, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet. Yes, Anil, you're not read for a long time.
Yes, sir. Oh, but some commentators on the Gita say that one who worships a demigod can reach the Supreme Lord. But here it is clearly stated that the worshippers of demigods go to the different planetary systems where various demigods are situated. Just as a worshipper of the sun achieves the sun, or a worshipper of the demigod of the moon achieves the moon. Similarly, if anyone wants to worship a demigod like Indra, he can attain the particular god's planet. It is not that everyone, regardless of whatever demigod is worshipped, will reach the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is denied here, for it is clearly stated that the worshippers of demigods go to different planets in the material world, but the devotee of the Supreme Lord goes directly to the Supreme Planet of the Personality of Godhead.
Okay, this is first point. First point is clear. Devana Deva Yojo Yanti. If you worship Devatas, you go to their planet. You don't go to the spiritual world. So therefore, if you want to worship Krishna, just like somebody is eating, eating is through the mouth, not through the ears or nose or through the eyes. Correct? Sometimes in emergency, I think doctors put food through the rectum also. Okay, but that's an emergency. Food is from the mouth eaten. So similarly, worship of the Lord, if you want to do, you have to go directly. There is no need to go through the Devatas. Correct? So Krishna is saying, and another thing, Devatas, what do they give us? What Dr. Pramod says, limited and temporary. It's only material benefit, which can be taken away at any time. So those who worship the demigods go to the planets of demigods. Therefore, Prabhupada wrote a book, Easy the Journey to Other Planets. When he saw the humanity struggling to go to moon, so Prabhupada wrote a book, Easy Journey to Any Planet. Worship the Devata, which is the planet, then you get a body suitable for that atmosphere. Now we go to moon, it's so cold. This body is very difficult to handle. Better you worship the Devata and go to the planet with a suitable body. So if anyone wants to worship a demigod, he'll get Indra's planet and continue to serve it because he has become Indra's servant. But that's not spiritual. One day Indra will also die and you'll also die with him. That's the problem. The Devatas, their benediction, you and the Devata, everything is at the end temporary. So therefore, those are intelligent, they want permanent benefit. Why people wanted government job previously? Permanent job. Correct? Nowadays, intelligent people don't go to government job, but previously, very keen to get government job, permanent job. And you don't get fired. Okay? The same way we want permanent things, so better go to Vishnu, you'll get something permanent. Okay? And you go to Devata planet, it's not a permanent situation. Okay? And one day the Devatas all have a lifespan, you will also, once the universe is destroyed, every Devata is destroyed. Practically, most of the Devatas live only one Manvantara. Maximum. Manvantara is 300 million years, 30 crore years. So no Devata can live generally more than that, except Brahma and Shiva. All the Devatas are destroyed within one Manvantara. Therefore, it is given description in the Bhagavatam. This Manvantara, this will be the Indra, this will be this, this will be this. Just like in a jail, we don't want to invest people from outside. Already jail is a burden on the government. So within the jail, those who are a little more responsible, they are given different responsibilities. correct? Within the criminals. So generally the devatas are the most pious people within the universe, generally. Okay? From the city, people don't go and take the role of a devata. But sometimes there is nobody qualified for Brahma, then Krishna incarnates and take the position of Brahma or even up to Indra. Okay? So that's how it is. But generally all of the devatas are from the jail itself and given responsible post. Okay, next, here the point.
Here, the point may be raised that if the demigods are different parts of the body of the Supreme Lord, then the same end should be achieved by worshipping them. However, worshippers of the demigod are less intelligent because they don't know to what part of the body food must be supplied. Some of them are so foolish that they claim that there are many parts and many ways to supply food. This isn't very sanguine. Can anyone supply food to the body through ears or eyes? They do not know that these demigods are different parts of the universal body of the Supreme Lord. And in their ignorance, they believe that each and every demigod is a separate god and a competitor for a competitor of the Supreme Lord.
Okay, so generally, this kind of concepts come out in the impersonal view. If you read books from the impersonalist school, they have the idea like that. The God has ultimately no form, and he can take any of the forms of the devatas. No, sir. All the devatas have a form. There is Indra with that beautiful form. There is Shiva with that form. There is Ganesha with that form. But all these forms are material. Correct? But Krishna is in the spiritual world in a spiritual form. Like Shiva's form, we can't say material because Shiva is almost Vishnu, but that's a separate issue. But all the devatas, they're having a form. It's a post. Indra is a post. You know the famous instance when Vishwamitra was doing tapasya, Indra sent Menaka to delude him. Correct? Because when tapasya you do, you're actually collecting punya. And with the punya, you can get the post. Therefore, he gets very scared when somebody is doing a lot of tapasya. Indra gets scared. Correct? He said Menika and Vishwamitra got deluded. So it's a post. He's very panicky. Somebody with a lot of punya, he can get that post. You can get appointment for that post. Okay? So it's temporary. Okay? So Prabhupada says very clearly, but somehow it came from the mouth of the same thing. That supplying the body, the food is through the mouth. See, it's just like this. The door of the Supreme Lord is directly open. And if you go to below officials and give bribe to get the job done, Krishna is not happy. He said, please come directly. My dear son, please come directly. Because as Atma, we are part and parcel of Krishna. We are his son directly. So lovingly, Krishna wants us to approach him directly. Instead of going to, so many ministers and all and giving bribe, he said, my dear son, come. His door is open. Suppose you go to get some job done. He says some department in government. The minister's door is open and is ready to help you. What is the need to go to a clerk and give him bribe? So Devata worship becomes actually bribing a clerk to get the work done. When the door of the minister is directly open. Krishna's door is open. We are all his children. There is no need to go to Devatas actually. Okay? But at the same time, we should not disrespect the Devatas because they're appointed by the Supreme Lord. Okay, not only
are demigods parts of the Supreme Lord, but ordinary living entities are also. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that the Brahmanas are the head of the Supreme Lord, the Kshatriyas are the arms, etc., and that all serve different functions. Regardless of the situation, if one knows that both the demigods and himself are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, his knowledge is perfect. But if he does not understand this, he achieves different planets where the demigods reside. This is not the same destination the devotee reaches.
continue.
The results achieved by the demigods' benedictions are perishable because within this material world, the planets, the demigods, and their worshippers are all perishable. Therefore, it is clearly stated in this verse that all results achieved by worshipping demigods are perishable, and therefore such worship is performed by the less intelligent living entity. Because the pure devotee engaged in Krishna consciousness in devotional service of the Supreme Lord achieves eternal blissful existence that is full of knowledge. His achievements and those of the common worshipper of the demigods are different. The Supreme Lord is unlimited. His favor is unlimited. His mercy is unlimited. Therefore, the mercy of the Supreme Lord upon his pure devotees is unlimited.
Okay. So therefore, see, first thing, always we cross-check ourselves. Nambarji, what do I want? If I want to eternally stay with the Supreme Lord Krishna in the spiritual world, then nothing else will help. Devatas will not be able to help in that because that is not their domain. But if I want a good facility, I want to become famous, I want to become rich in this world, then we can go even to a Devata. Even for that purpose, better to go to Krishna because Krishna will give you in a way in which you don't get spoiled. You understand? Like Brahma and Shiva are Devata, they have been delegated power to award some things. But they will not look about your concern, whether it is good for you or not. That is not their prerogative. Krishna is like the father, and Devatas are like the uncles. They haven't delegated power. Somebody comes to them, quickly they will give what they want, but they will not look at it whether it is good or bad for you. But Krishna is like the father. He may not give it if it is not good. So it's always good to go to Krishna if you want something. And a higher plane, devotee knows, the Lord knows everything. There is no need to ask. Correct? And he is not seeking any material favor. He just wants to satisfy the Lord. And Lord willing, just like Sudama or Krishna made him very opulent, that's okay. He leaves to the Lord, but does his duties very sincere. Does it satisfy Nambayarji? A bit
Yes, sir.
revolutionary here?
Swamiji, one more small doubt, Swamiji.
Yes.
Swamiji, like since we cannot conceive what is Krishna for normal human beings like us,
yeah,
we conceive him in idol. We do the idol worship, Swamiji.
Yeah.
As that is how we gradually, we cannot directly see Krishna directly. So we need a vision to see a particular maturity to see him. So
Yeah.
initially, Krishna is recommended, and the great masters have recommended idol worship. So through him, gradually, one by step, we can reach the Krishna consciousness. Sometimes, some idols may not appeal to everybody. Same idol may not appeal to everybody. So means everybody, all idols are in the worship of Krishna only, sir. So can we not whichever idol worship appeals them? Can't they go through that to Krishna?
No. See.
In the initial stages, of course.
Good. Thank you for the question. See
Yes.
what happens.
Yes.
What we worship, we don't call it idol. We call it deity. Okay. Idol means imaginary. Just like the Gandhi statue which is kept in MG Road in every city, and once in a year the municipality person will come and he will on the one day October 1st he will clean the idol because whole year stool is put over that idol by birds, correct?
Yes.
And he'll put the speck because the day they put speck, next day October 3rd the specks are stolen by somebody. He'll put a specs back. He will with a municipality brush he will clean that. That is idol worship. And whole year it is lying in the sun and rain. See, we don't worship the Lord like that. Because we make the form of the
deity
Lord.
worship only, Swamiji.
Yeah.
I meant deity worship by idol worship.
I know, just okay. I'm just qualifying because other people are also there, they will learn. So deity worship is different from idol worship. And deity worship, what happens? The form of the Lord which we bring in is actually as Krishna had appeared in this world, which is recorded in the Shastra. It's not imaginary. Krishna actually appeared in this world in a spiritual form. The form that Krishna showed in this world was not material. He was lifting mountains. You cannot do with the physical form. Law of gravity itself, the body will break. Correct? He's lifting the mountains. He's showing Vishwarupa. So the form Krishna showed is spiritual. Now the deity, we all know it is made of marble, or it is made of clay, or it is made of stone. That we know. But there is something which is now mysterious. When we worship the deity with love and follow the Pancharatara Vidhi of Prana Pratisthapana, after that, the deity is not considered to be matter at all. It is the Lord who has taken of that form. Correct? It's like the finger is the Lord's finger. It is not like us that we are sitting as Atma in the body. There is no difference between the body and the Lord. Therefore, deities are taken a lot of care. We place them very respectfully. We go and bow down to them because it's the Lord. He can talk to you actually. He can even dance. He can even walk because there are many instances of deities doing that also. That's a separate discussion. So deities are taken as a Lord, and therefore you see in ISKCON even an AC is put in the room of the deity. We don't do like we put even fan, we put AC because the Lord is there. We give him all the best facilities. We are busy getting new dresses. We are offering so many bhoga. That's a deity worship. Okay. Now what happens? Again, the difference comes between the Lord and the Devatas. Now the Devatas are temporarily situated. They can only give a temporary benefit. They cannot compare to the worship of the Lord. Correct? Now, the
Yes.
concept that you presented, I think you have read some book from the or Advaita school. In that concept, what happens? Ultimately, they say God has no form. And you are not able to meditate on God. So therefore, any form of the Devata will help you to meditate because form helps you to meditate. Correct? That's what they say. But actually, the
Yes.
Lord is eternally situated. Lord has a form. Krishna has a form in the spiritual world. Correct? And if you worship, say, Ganesha or Durga, you're not going to get the same result. Just like you buy a ticket for Delhi, you'll go to Delhi, not to Chennai. That's what the shloka said. See, the shloka said, let us go to Sanskrit itself. Devan Deva Yajo Yanti. If you worship the Devatas, you will achieve the Devatas. You're not going to go to the spiritual world because Devatas are situated in the material world. So the result, first I have to fix myself what result I want. I want to go to the spiritual world and eternally, beyond the cycle of birth and death, enjoy with the Lord in rasa like Yashoda is enjoying, or Gopi, Radharani is enjoying, or the friends of Krishna like Sudama are enjoying. Then you worship Krishna. First, I have to decide what I want. First, that should be clear what I want. If I want to go to the spiritual world, Vaikuntha, and eternally live with the Lord there, Devatas have no domain there. They're not even there. They're in the middle world, just like you're sitting in a jail. If you want to, just like say, I come to your clinic, you are the boss in your clinic, correct? In Mangalore city, DC is the boss, or district in charge minister is the boss. Okay, Karnataka chief minister is the boss. In India, prime minister is the boss. In the world, we can say maybe Trump is the boss. Okay, the different people are boss. So in this world, devatas are the boss, correct? But not outside this world. They have no locus standa outside the world in the spiritual world. So in this world, if you want to stay and you want to have material facilities, then the problem there is you may get facilities, but then death is there. Take old age is there, which will happen birth after birth. So we may have a plan of being comfortable in this world with the blessing of the devatas, correct? But then what about death? What about disease? What about old age? And the cycle of birth and death is a very big inconvenience for the eternal soul. The soul need not have all this, correct? You may get some facility. It is just like I give you some sweet, but I put some mud in it. How can you enjoy? With this difficulty of, like of sitting in a big slaughterhouse with the sword hanging on my head. That's the life in the middle world. This world is called a Mrityu Loka. Correct? Death is guaranteed, as sure as death. How can I enjoy? Suppose you're sitting in a slaughterhouse and the blade is ready to cut your neck any day. It is cutting necks of your friend. How can I enjoy? So person feels that I don't want to enjoy in this place. Better let me go to a permanent, let me first get out of the slaughterhouse. Then I will enjoy. Correct? So you go to the spiritual world, you eternally enjoy. And there is so much happiness because Krishna is so loving, and you offer your love to him, you reciprocate. Fantastic. In the Devata worship, actually, if you look deeply, you're not devoted to any Devata. It's a show because I want some facility. Correct? Just like say somebody comes to you, he wants something. Correct? Then the love is contaminated because it is polluted. Correct? He is want to do some business with you. But when somebody you go to, why everybody loves home? You all end of the day, you may travel so many places, everything, but you go to your home. What's the difference between home? It is also a small building, maybe 100 feet by 100 feet. But you like to stay in your house, and otherwise, in house there is no business. There is only love, correct? Comparatively to the outside world, correct? Isn't it?
Yes.
Everybody wants, I'm going home. I'm going home. Even we are in the college, we are doing so many things. I want to go home. Because there is no business dealing like that. Father takes care of the child out of love, isn't it? So same way, Krishna is like your home. Spiritual world is like a home. There is no business dealing. You go to Krishna, generally we don't ask anything. We go out of love. My Lord, I'm here. Krishna wants to take us to our eternal home. Okay? Devi Devata worship, there is a business. So if I say I have bhakti for Krishna, yes, it is possible. If I say I have bhakti for my country, Desha Bhakti, like before election, all the ministers remember their Desha Bhakti, Mera Bharat Mahan, all the drama they do, all cheating. Their bhakti is only to the money, correct? And the power they get. The same way we say I'm devoted to Ganesha. Actually, it's not true. Something I want from Ganesha. I'm not going to him just for the sake of it. But Krishna, you can go just for the sake of it. Correct? Because Krishna returns on the spiritual dimension out of love. It is revolutionary.
Prashant ji, thoda mushkil hai.
Yes, Swamiji, I understood, Swamiji.
Somebody can add on. Amrita Mataji would like to add on something here.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, no, I don't have anything to add to that.
Little you can add on. It will reassure him. See, you worship Amrita Mataji, you worship Krishna. Why don't you worship any Devi Devta? Why don't you worship Yamaraj or Kartikeya or Ayyappa? That is the question.
Sorry, there's a lot of background noise. Why don't I worship any other
Devika?
Devata?
Why you're worshipping all? Why you're chanting only Hare Krishna mantra? Why don't you be chanting Om Namo Shivaya or Om Ganeshaya Namaha? Why you're not doing that? That is the question. His point was that you may find Krishna attractive, but I find Ganesha attractive, and I find Shiva attractive. Let me do know what I want to do. Why you're forcing me, only Krishna? You may like Krishna, that's fine, but why you're so, forcing me also? I like Kartikeya more. I like Ayyappa more. I like Murugan more. I like Shani more. I like, Shukra more.
Can I say, Prabhuji?
No, let Mataji say, then you join, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Actually, Prabhuji, I don't know because I experience, like my Masi, she worships Shivji. And she always says, why you guys are only worshipping Krishna, you don't accept anybody else. So I do get this question from her, but I don't know how to answer exactly what to say to her. I don't know, actually.
Okay, no, you know the answer, but how to present to the point, correct? That's the point.
Yeah,
Swamiji, can I have a small doubt, Swamiji? Can I ask one small doubt?
Yeah.
Swamiji, why Ayyappa is called as Harihara? Means Shiva and Krishna combination is Ayyappa, they tell.
Correct. See what happens. You know the Leela.
Yeah.
When the Mohini Murti, Shiva was running behind Mohini Murti. Okay, he is a Manas Putra. Manas Putra.
Yes.
Manas Putra means they did not combine like man and woman. Manasa, because these are all very, very powerful personalities. Just by thought they can create, correct? So this is a Manas Putra of Harihara. Yes, correct. You're correct.
Yes.
Okay, you are correct. But still, he is a Devata. He is a Manas Putra, but a Devata. Just like Kartikeya is a Devata. He's a very powerful personality. He can give you some material benefit, and people do get. See, it's not that people are blind and foolish and going to worship Ayyappa in lakhs. No, they're not foolish. It's a Vedic deity. But then the benefit is, all we are meditating here today, the benefit will be temporary. Correct?
Yes.
I want to come out of cycle of birth and death. I don't want material things.
Devotion should be there, Swamiji. That is important, Swamiji.
Correct. See, the point is that
devotion is the most important.
Great. Yes. See, I'm not body, I'm an Atma. Correct? So I want spirit. The soul has its own need. See, just suppose you have a car, okay, and you're driving. So you're driving through the day. So you put petrol for the car, but you have to get food for yourself also because you have a need different from the car. Okay. Soul has its need. The body has its need. Now the Devatas can fulfill the needs of the body, but not the driver. That is what we are analyzing here. The need of the soul doesn't want inconvenience of the material world. Soul is Sachidananda. It's eternal. It wants to go to the eternal atmosphere. Therefore, we don't like death. Whenever people are having pain, they come to the doctor. Why? Because they don't like inconvenience. Correct? Of the pain. Because soul, it's very unnatural actually. Why am I having pain? Because soul should have no pain. Only the material body has pain.
So Dhanvantari is a form of Vishnu only, Swamiji.
Yes.
So any form of God, the doctors pray are the form of Vishnu only, Swamiji.
Yeah, all the doctors should pray to Dhanvantari.
Dhanvantari, because he's a form of Vishnu. In Dhanvantari shloka, it's told it is Vishnu Sarupaya Namaha. We tell like that.
Really?
Every morning we tell that. Yes, Sarupamji.
Fantastic.
Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshana Chakraya Vasudevaya. We tell like this. Amrita Kalasha Hastaya. Trilokapate Trilokaniti. Om Shri Vishnu Sarupaya Namaha. Om Shri Dhanvantari Sarupaya Namaha. Om Shri Chakra Narayanaya Swaha. That's we first We pray to Goddess Dhanvantari like that. Then we start our practice, Swamiji.
So yeah, so now what you're telling, we can qualify. See, different forms of the Vishnu, like Dhanvantari, Rama, Krishna, there you can have a choice. It's like I am attached to Lord Rama, I am attached to Dhanvantari. That is spiritual, because Dhanvantari is spiritual, he is a form of Vishnu. But Devi Devata say, I am like Ganesha and all, that will be temporary. But if you worship Dhanvantari, if you worship Rama, if you worship Krishna, there you can have a choice. Like Hanuman, you go to Hanuman, you say, why did you worship Krishna? Hanuman said, no, I am attached to Lord Rama. So there you are perfect. You know, he can have his meditation. So there are millions of forms of Vishnu, you know, like Narsimha. Some people are very attached to Narsimha form, correct? So there we can have a choice, because they're all, because it is one person only. It is not two person. God is one. God cannot be two. So they are all, but just like now, I've seen you always smiling and pleasant, but sometimes you do get angry also. Everybody gets angry, correct? But you are angry in the same form. But Vishnu can have different forms. Krishna can have different forms. When he is very playful, he is in the Krishna form. Very official, in Narayana form. When he is very Maryada Purushottam, he is Rama form. When he is angry, Narsimha form. Correct? You got it?
Yes, sir.
So you can have a choice in the different moods, because different mood of the worshipper, you can worship different Vishnu forms. But Devi Devata we should take separately out, because it's material. It is not spiritual.
Correct.
So now what you said becomes perfect. Yeah, there is another doctor there, Dr. Pramod. You like to say something? Yes, Dr. Ji. Okay, we end here then today. We have crossed the time limit.
Prabhu, one question, Prabhu. Is that fine?
Thank you so much.
One question, Prabhu.
Short, yeah. Sunday, so.
Yeah, short. So you were mentioning about like lot of universes, like Brahma goes to the Vishnu to meet, and all other Brahmas also join. So the structure of universe is the same, Prabhu. Like we have like Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, and demigods in all other universes also, and yugas also, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Treta Yuga.
Yeah, see what I've been breathing and breathing out. The Brahma's life is hundreds of trillions of years. And one breathing in, all the universes destroyed. He breathes out, the universes are formed. And they come from the pores of his body. And when he breathes in, goes on. So just imagine, time is relative finally. Correct? Hundreds of trillions of years is one breathing of Mahavishnu. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and they are different. What is this? The principle is same, but universes are of different sizes, and it is something even more interesting. The Lord's Leela is eternal. Krishna Leela happened on Earth. It is going in some other universe also now. Correct? It's like a sun is there. Suppose in Mangalore it is now 7:30. After some time it will be 7:30 in Pakistan. Then in Afghanistan. Correct? So Lord Leela is also continuously going on. That's called Nitya Leela. So how many universes have to be there for Leela to be going Nitya, even in this material world? In spiritual world, Lord Leela is going Nitya. Even in the material world, there is a full team. It's like a camp going here, going there. But it's spiritual, so Krishna effortlessly does it. He's born in this world, then he's born in another world. Just imagine. Krishna comes to this world in one time in 8.64 billion years. Correct? So how many millions and billions of universes have to be there for the Leelas to eternally go on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, little. This
Thank you
much
so
you
much.
can understand. Now you can more calculate.
Yeah. Thank you. Hare
Okay. Thank you, Prashantji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Yagi, welcome.
Thank you.
I
Hare
hope
Krishna.
we see you again. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, everyone.
We have a very interesting session in the night, 9 o'clock. Today, Sunday, we read Krishna book. So you're all welcome. Okay.
Very bold. Thank you.
Thank you.